Okay, so there's a very old and a very important question that has been a concern for humanity for quite some time. And that is, does size matter? Well, the answer is yes and kind of. Now, notice I didn't say no. Now, the question is, for people, is size of what? Like, for instance, do I like big tits or small tits? Well, I never met a tit I didn't like. I met some big ones and small ones, and I met some pert ones and some, pillowy ones, and but never met a tit that I didn't like. And not only that, I never met a tit that didn't like me too. Okay, but that's not really what the size queen thing is about, is it? Okay, so can we say that? But it matters. I mean, it's different, right? Like it's different. A big tit is, I've even had tits with the kind of a little bit of hairy nipples, and that was kind of interesting too. And I've had inverted poppers and outverted poppers, and just all kinds of variety available in the domain of tit. And quite frankly, I am very grateful for all of it. Every single different tit I ever had. I'm grateful for it, deeply grateful for it, and I loved. I still love. You see, what I didn't realize as a very young man is that women have exactly the same integrity concerns that men do. And so, the depth of a woman's integrity is going to have a relationship on how much she enjoys my attention to her tit. So the size of my woman's integrity is more important to me than the size of her tits and her nipples too. Even, I like when they get nice and hard, and I do. I like getting them that way too. And I like keeping them there. Lingering even. Lots lingering. And the thing is, the size of my lingering is important as well, I find. Contrary to what Sigmund asserts, 100% of the women that I have known, and I'm not John Holmes or anything, I haven't had several thousand partners, but I've had a couple of hundred different women share my bed. And the thing that may be different about me than John is that I love every one of them and always will. Every individual that I've ever loved is still in my heart. There's no way to get rid of them. Like modern psychiatry told me as a young man, you've got to forget about it and move on. And so I pondered this question, how does one forget about love? I mean, I love this demented bitch, and she's crazy, and she doesn't love me back the way I want, and what am I going to do? I can't stop loving her because I don't got no control over this, you see. Once you choose to love, it's a forever thing. You can, later on, you can say, I don't like them, they're mean, they're ignorant, they're rude, they don't pick up their socks, whatever. But that stuff doesn't matter. You still love the fucks anyway. And this is a kind of a problem, because if I love you and not only are your tits not big enough, I mean, like, I have never experienced a woman's tit that had any relation to a little boy's tit. So the Twiggy thing for me, didn't work very well. And not only that, size matters to me too, because I don't like skinny women. And so for me, the padding is important. And so size matters, the size of the padding, So size matters, but like, what is higher on my priority, the perfect padding or perfect integrity? I have to think maybe about a zillionth of a second on this one, on a really, really drunken day. I haven't had one of those in a long time. Anyway, so size matters with women. Now let's look at men. Does size matter? Well, I can only speak with some authority on the 200 individuals that, or thereabouts, that I've had the privilege of sharing my bed. And every one of them told me size matters too. Like, if a man is too big for my vagina or my mouth, it's uncomfortable, and quite frankly, I don't like it. I've heard many women say to me, now it doesn't mean that, I don't want somebody to match the size of my vagina. Like, if I'm a small, petite little girl, I don't want a huge monster. I don't want John Holmes inside of me. If I can't get my mouth around it, why do I want it to jam down my throat? I'm not an anaconda. I don't swallow antelopes or elephants or John Holmes. So size matters here. Can we say this? Like, it makes a difference. It matters. But I have been graced and blessed with the attentions of a significant variety of loving females. And I've only encountered two. One for sure where the love is non-existent. It's like being married to a psychopath. And the other, I'm not sure about still. There's some doubt there, but all the rest, every other single woman that shared my bed also loved me. And I don't think men understand this. It's a very different thing for a woman to share her bed than it is for a man to share his. Because the woman is receiving the man up into the deepest part of her. And so, this is something that's pretty sacred to women. I mean, it would be to men too if it happened the other way. So, whereas a man is concerned principally about spreading his seed, a woman is concerned about welcoming it and nurturing it. And if a woman is not inspired to welcome a man's seed, that puts a bit of a damper on the proceedings, as it were. Can we see this? Like, if the man's origination platform looks something like this. If God had really wanted to make a helpmate out of this bitch, he would have made her head flatter so I could rest my beer on it while she's giving me a blowjob. See, and there are men like this. And So the size of their wit is not very big. It's not very strong. Can we say this? And so many women have to put up with this origination, orientation in the men they have to settle for. Because my daughters need whatever kind of love and attention they can get, and what's being offered to them today is sorry, sad posit. That any queen with the dignity of Whitney Houston should ever have to have sadness, the beauty and dignity of Whitney Houston, should ever have to know the type of sadness that she knows, is unforgivable from the males in this world. Today you see the size of men's integrity isn't as big as their penis. I'm here to tell you that many of your penises aren't going to win any mountain climbing efforts. Not going to win any marathons or any decathlon efforts. Most of the peni on planet Earth today are not enjoying what they were engineered to. Men sell the joy potential in their own penis for fake IOUs. And prepaid dues at the Vaseline Country Club. I will beat and oppress whoever disagrees with me. I will constantly be searching for new crimes so that I can distance the attention, the focus of the attention of my people away from me and my rule. Have them out hunting witches and enemies that do not exist. For crimes that are fiat in nature and engineered to support a group of high priests that should be and will be embarrassed, some of them almost to fucking death. And it's not my reserve on finishing the almost into certain. That's laws I must obey. And some of them are pretty tough. And this is one that I'm confronted with. So the truth is, size matters. Like, if I can't inspire my woman to submit to me, what the fuck am I doing with her? I got no business with her. If I'm not man enough, if a woman is forced to wear the pants in your household, she will fucking kill you for it. You understand? While it's true women may not know what they really want, what they want is men. And men are in short supply today. For the most part, what we've got walking around are neutered fiscal cunts with the wit sandwiched between their ears that might be in a package of baseball cards, along with the bubblegum. And there's no measuring rod for this. There's no determinant. There's no socioeconomic determinant. Stupidity, retardation, and ignorance exist in the best of neighborhoods and in the worst, in the highest and the lowest. And you know what? It don't make no difference where she shows up. She stinks the same everywhere. And so the size of the ignorance in my life matters, right? Like, if I'm an ignorant, stupid, blockheaded fuck, and I want someone to help jerk me off a couple times a week, whether she likes it or not, you know? Like, I'm not happy about my daughters even fucking seeing shit like this. Even fucking knowing that it exists pisses me off. That they have to sleep with it too is beyond anything we're willing to tolerate longer. Men, you need to strap on a set of balls. That does not mean pork cement between your ears. It means to strap on a set of balls. Start welcoming some fucking toughness into your life. Grow a set of morals. Your own, not somebody else's. Look into yourself and see what works the fuck for you. Rub some of those wits together to spark them up.